Hmm. All right. All right. All righty. All righty. Let me check everything over here. What's going on, party people on the gram? What's going on, party people on YouTube? What's going on now, Rick Jordan 39? All right, now on Instagram, I might not be able to hit I'm not gonna be able to hit the wave button because the cell phone stand that I'm using is real shaky. So see what I'm saying? So it starts wobbling all over the place. And all of that. Plus, if you're getting any kind of feedback sound, let me know. Hey, what's going on, Drake? Because at this time, I am actually going live on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. Okay. Because I just wanted to chat with both of y'all, and I didn't feel like trying to do a video with y'all, then do another one over here. What's going on, Linda Brunson over there on YouTube? So if y'all getting any feedback, let me know. I might have to cut one of them out and everything, but hopefully you're not getting any feedback whatsoever at all. And yes, as we are doing stuff here, I'm also looking at orders that are coming in and everything. And okay, so that one's at 7. So I'm also looking at orders coming in. It took me a little while to get everything set up and all of that. So for you on YouTube, what's going on, party people? I'm actually doing a live with y'all and on Instagram at the same time. Instagram, YouTube, all that at the same time. Because I just wanted to share some stuff with y'all. Um, it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal and everything. So I gotta pick him up at 7. So I'm gonna have to tell them I can do 8. Or um available. I gotta tell them, I know y'all, I know available at 7:45 p.m. So I just tell them I'm available at 7:45. It's in my zip code, but I gotta pick my son up at 7:15, and I can get there because it's right around the corner from the house. So hey, what's going on, Violet the Notary? What's going on, Christina, Shantae, Gina, Stephanie? Now check this out, y'all. Like I said, I'm live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. I just, I'm a tech guy anyway, so I just figured I'd give it a shot. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I know many of y'all out there in California and everything. So normally it'll probably be about maybe 7 or 10 people on Instagram, but everybody will catch the replay. And if I don't hit the wave button to y'all, don't think I'm dissing you over here on Instagram. But my stand that I have is good, but it's wobbly, So when I start touching it, y'all can see it just starts wobbling all over the place and everything. So thanks for keeping you company at work. That's what they said over here on YouTube. Thanks for keeping them company at work. So I need to do one more thing on the YouTube side and stuff. But I just wanted to hop on for a quick moment, and y'all know how long my quick moments are. But hey, what's going on, Valerie? What's going on, Praiseworthy Notary? I like that. Praiseworthy Notary. Praiseworthy Notary. Your notary stuff is worthy to be praised. That's what I'm talking about. So I just gotta change the setting over here on YouTube and all of that. Stuff moves slow and everything. I just got a whole lot going on and answer these questions and all of that. So I guess that is good to go. All right, cool. So all of that straight. So yeah, for real. Yeah. So what's going on? So we got Instagram going on. So if you're at work, you really want to have some fun, pull up IG, follow me on that. If you follow me on IG. So I'm on IG on one side, Facebook. I keep saying Facebook, YouTube on the other. But I'm gonna tell y'all, many of you have been with me from the beginning. I've been on here over a year now. And many of you have been with me the whole time. Now, Instagram, I know I just started kicking it with y'all a little bit more. I've been on Instagram the whole time, but I just sort of been sitting in the shadows, not really doing a whole lot of saying much because I really didn't understand the Instagram thing. Still don't really understand it fully and everything. Just had to unplug that. So I'm still trying to learn the Instagram thing. Okay. I'm trying to get better at that. But one of the things that I've been talking about recently is getting ready for 2022. And today was just an awesome, psyched up day for me because y'all know what my my favorite motivational speaker, Eric Thomas. He is doing he's been 33 days of him at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I love the way he said is that it's not about getting up at 3 in the morning. It's about what you do when you are up. So I don't normally go to bed till 1, 2, sometimes 3 because I'm up doing my notary stuff, getting ready for the next day. Then I'm also taking care of things with my dad, who typically, like right now, he's chilling, sleeping good and all of that. And then he'll get up at midnight, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he wants to go ahead on and eat some grub and all of that. So then I go ahead on and cook him, fry him up some fish or fix him some chicken and all of that. Or I might already have some KFC and then I heat that up for him and everything. And then once he's straight, because he'll be up at about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 sometime, and then just look at TV, the news, and get caught up on that until about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Then he'll sleep the whole day, and that's Pop. That's just how he's been my whole life and everything. What's going on, Low Country Notary Signings? Thank you. Watching you on YouTube. Glad to see you on Instagram. Yeah. So I been listening to ET, and he's been talking about, things that he's doing. Yeah, if you watch that video this morning, I'm gonna tell you, he's been talking about his life in the levels, okay? And I understand this, and he's just a little younger than me. And I get I 100% get where he's coming from, because a lot of the stuff he's sharing is stuff that I think we learned from some of the same sources, John Maxwell, listening to the Zig Ziglars and all of that. Now, I'm not a motivational speaker in any way, shape, or form, or even trying to be. But when I was, and I'm also, I'm formerly active minister. So from a ministerial standpoint, I was reading books and things and stuff, pretty much like what he was doing, what he is doing, and I'm still doing. And I came across information, and I was like, "Wow, this is awesome." So I'm sitting here like, "Man, this is awesome." But I wasn't hearing anybody speak that language. I'm getting the revelation of it. I'm seeing how the 1% is living, and how this person is living, that person is living, and how people are growing. But then I see how everybody else is just sort of milling around and, just living it up, but they're not really being successful, as we call in the Black community. They being hood rich. So they sitting up here being hood rich, playing like they got everything together. But every time you turn around, when they go to buy a service or something, they want it for free. They want somebody to do it for them for free or for very, very little. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, how do you get to that pinnacle? So I'm seeing things and I'm hearing things within myself, but I'm not hearing it externally from anybody. So fast forward all the way to now, and I'm talking about, I've been following this stuff, Warren Buffett, all of them, just listening to them, hearing what they say from way back when gold was like under $2,000 an ounce. Okay, way even before then. That's how long ago. This has been a while. And then comes ET, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, this man is really on point. He is really, really on point. I'm like, that's what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying. And when you are a person who's striving to better yourself and to do better for your family, you're going to realize things, and revelation is going to come to you. And you're going to be like, okay, I need to add this in my life. I need to take that out of my life. And for the first 3 days of him being on, with him and Q and Nikki and everything, and Nikki's so cool. I'm gonna tell y'all, lady, Nikki just be sitting back chilling. Y'all thought I'm chill. I thought I was a chill dude on internet. Nikki got me beat. Nikki is so chill, it ain't even funny. So I'm sitting here, her, Q, ET, Q, and Nikki. And I'm sitting here like, man, I don't know how people going to survive these 33 days. If you come in for it, there's no way you could be the same. And what's cool for me, and the part that had me real emotional today, was that today's message was like pure confirmation. A lot of stuff that he was saying, and y'all see me look to the side for those who coming in, Oh, your husband also inspired my. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it takes another real man to talk real men stuff. You're right. And that's part of the reason why I'm also out here. So for those of you who just coming in, if you see me looking off to the right or to my right and everything, I'm over here talking to the people on Instagram just as well as talking to y'all. So I'm sitting here like, okay, today was just pure confirmation of what I know I need to be doing. You are motivated. Thank you. And I appreciate that. So he has so much in those 50 minutes that they was talking that there's no way I could actually hit all of the topics. That's why I'm asking y'all, pleading with y'all, please go and look at it. Look at the first, second, and third day. You got to look at it in sequentially. I'm about to say sequestration, but y'all got to look at all of them because so you can get the full energy of what he's saying and everything. And then I love the way Q comes in with the word of the day and all of that and everything. And then Nikki, she's on point with everything she's doing, guiding everything and making sure everybody's on point. So I'm sitting here listening to this man, and I'm like, this is on point. And I'm like, if anybody sits there and fully listens and allows himself to learn, there's no way you can be the same. And the things he was talking about today, and I'm not even gonna rehash what I talked about yesterday about the toxic people and all of that, which I had talked about that the day before he mentioned it and some other stuff. But if you've been listening to my videos the whole time I've been out here, you can hear what I've been saying and what he's saying, and vice versa. Because the bottom line of what ET is saying and what Q is saying is that you got to move away from certain things. You got to move away from certain people. You got to move away from certain things in your life that is holding you back. And you got to get to a point of doing your own thing. And 2020, and even before then, I realized it was just time for me to do it. I said, you know what? I just got to do this thing. I like working. I love being a tech guy and all of that. But it's time for me to move away because I got to the point where I said, I don't feel like learning anything new with this tech stuff. Not that it's something's wrong with learning, but it's like after a while, it's like, okay, are we going to do this or what? It's like every time you turn around, something's changing, and you never get to get good at what you just learned 3 months ago because now you got to change. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of that. There has to be other ways of making money. I knew it. And when I got into doing not Uber, but Grubhub and Lyft, I mean, I keep saying Lyft. I didn't do the driving thing. Grubhub, Postmates, Instacart, all of that. I started seeing, oh man, you can make money doing something else. I'm like, okay, as long as you're willing to hustle out there, willing to work, you can make this money. And then I came into Notary, and then I really saw how I could make money. I'm like, man, all I got to do is sit there and sign some papers. Shoot, let me figure this thing out. Let me get good at this so I can go ahead on and do this thing right. And then it got to a point, and I was like, I'm gonna go full time in this. And I had no idea of how I was going to do it. And like what he was saying this day was, everybody, you got to have a vision. And my vision was to be working full time for myself and being able to be there fully for my family in whatever avenues the Father wanted them to go in. And I realized that working at W-2, there was no way I could be full time. I couldn't be there for them like I needed to, like I'm supposed to be there based off of what they got going on in their life. Now, you may have a situation where being full time W-2 enables you to be there for your once I took right, you started seeing a difference. So you could be in your W-2 and realize that, okay, yeah, this gives me what I need to do for my family based off of where my family's at. So where your family's at and where you see their trajectory and where they're going, working a W-2 may be it. And for a time period, it was. But then once my sons became adults, I was like, I needed to do something else. I don't need that money and that headache for them because now my sons are grown and they're doing other things, and the other things they're doing, they actually need me physically more there for them. So I'm like, you know what? I got to find a way to get out. And Notary was the way to do it. So I said, I'm going to go ahead on and do this thing. irregardless of whether or not anybody else believes in me. And when he started talking about you can't go by what you see, it reminds me of the video that I put out, y'all, where I was responding to a guy who was talking about he wants to get paid half of what he sees on the settlement statement because he'll see on the settlement statement that the notarial fee is $750 and he wants half of that. And I said, well, that's an easy fix because all they got to do is what? Change the price for the settlement statement on the settlement statement. Put 150 and you see 150 and they're going to give you half. See, if you're working if everything, and that's why I love what ET was saying today, if you're trying to do this based off of what you're currently seeing and what you want to see, you may never see what you need to see to cause you to move forward. You're going to just see you're going to see something, but it may not be what's going to be supportive of your vision. And you got to realize that the things that you look at interfere with the vision that you're trying to go for. So you have a vision, but the stuff that you're looking at everybody else saying $10,000. You're looking at everybody else bragging about working in a title office and this, that, and the other. And I ain't got to print and I ain't got to do that. And you're looking at all of their stuff, but that's interfering with your vision. What is your vision? If your vision is just that you want to be able to work in a title office as a notary, to me, that's very limited. Your goal should be how much money you're trying to make, how much revenue you're trying to bring in so you can expand who you are and what you have within your family. And I told the guy, I was like, you're giving people a reason to not pay you by saying, I want half of what I see. So if you're asking the world, you're asking them folk to pay you half of what they print down on a piece of paper. All they got to do is change what they print down on the paper. If I change, and I talked to a title person, and they say, yeah, that's all we got to do. If you basically that vein that you want to get half of what you see, no problem. We'll hook you up. We can have a miscellaneous category to put all the other money under, and we'll have the settlement fee at 150, and we'll give you 75. Now, what you gonna say? And I'm like, man, this is great. What's this, Thomas? I'm trying to figure out how to get started myself. What do you suggest? You take whatever order that somebody is willing to pay you. So if it's a loan mod, debt settlement, whatever the case may be, I got 2 loan applications tomorrow. I think one's for 70 or 75 and the other one's for 80. I'm doing both of those. Okay. I'm doing those orders. So you take the jobs that somebody is willing to entrust you. And the videos, what video am I speaking of? Well, I'm talking about on Instagram, Eric Thomas, he's doing 33 days of him sharing himself and motivating people. And the videos, some of the videos I'm talking about is videos that I put out that there's things that he's sharing and saying inside of what he's doing is what I've been alluding to for the past year, that if you're going to do this business, you need to move forward. Hey, what's going on? She listens. What's going on? What's going on with you? You know, if you're going to do this business, you got to make sure that you're connected with the right people. And you got to make sure that the people you're connected with are doing the right things. So we know that there's people out here being very toxic. Okay. Now you say, well, they're not being toxic to me, but if they're teaching you things that will cause you to be toxic, that's where the issue is at. You get what I'm saying? If you're being taught things and tactics and techniques that will make you be toxic, then that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? That is a problem that you do not need to have in your life. And when I look at the landscape of notary, a lot of people, yes, 3 a.m. And I'm gonna get, you know what? I was up the other day at 3 a.m. and I went back to bed. Ain't gonna lie, I went back to bed. And I could have got up. I could have went ahead on and got up. And I did get up. And I was like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. All right. Well, Eric said it ain't about getting up at 3 a.m. So I said, you know what, I'm going back to sleep. But I am going to work toward that. So I'm gonna work toward that over the next couple of days, is getting up at 3 a.m. and everything. But you know, this is what it's about. You, if you're connected with the wrong people and they're teaching you things that are against who you are as a person, that's why I say and that's what I say it's so awesome. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was sort of teary-eyed today because when the Father confirms things to you, it just gets your emotions so high. And that's why I'm coming on today. I'm just I know I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna be with you, Samantha. And you get so full because you get this sense of like, yes. And that's why I said today was like pure confirmation over the last year of the things that I was saying, because nobody else was saying the things that I was saying. And this isn't about me, this ain't about clout chasing. This is just me just sort of sharing myself right now. You know what I'm saying? This is just me, just sort of releasing, because I ain't want to be like in a cry and all that kind of stuff. So if I don't talk to y'all or my wife, and my wife, she's getting herself together, things together, and me and her be talking about this anyway all the time. So don't think I don't talk to my wife. But it's like, man, this is just awesome. And I'm coming on here because I want y'all to realize that it is time for you over here on YouTube and you over here on Instagram. And anybody just coming in, I'm doing Instagram over here and YouTube over here live at the same time. And I guess my microphones are working well because no one has said there's any kind of feedback. So that is great. So it says, yes, do not let someone tell you not to take signage due to pay because you need it and want to go get it. Yeah, that's the thing. I came on today because I want y'all to understand fully that you have everything in you to do this business, to do any business. You can do any business, this business, but the problem that will interfere with this is who you let into your life. If you don't know who you are, and I'm saying this over and over again, when you don't know who you are as a person, when you don't know who you are as a person, you will be dictated to. People will tell you who they want you to be. They will dictate to you, and next thing you know, you're doing stuff that they want you to do primarily to support them. And you have it in you to be able to break away from them and do your own thing. There's nothing wrong with connecting with people as a start, but sometimes we just get tethered to them, like that little fish you see that be swimming with the shark. You see that fish always swimming with the shark and everything, and wherever the shark goes, it goes. And it be, I mean, that thing, the shark start breakdancing, the little thing underneath the shark, it be breakdancing with them. And that's how some of us are. We are just like that. We are stuck to certain people because they gave us a start. They pointed us in the right direction. But you got something special in you that can move you to another level, a level that they ain't even thinking about, a level that they don't even want to go to, or a level that they may be at, but you can go beyond that. And you're stuck just relegating yourself to just kicking it with them and never experiencing who you fully are. That's why I said when you're coming into business, you got to know who you are. You got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're going to be told who you're supposed to be. And I'm not just saying this just to be saying, I'm just telling you this is how it is. People going to tell you who you want to be. So I'm sitting here listening to him this morning, and one of the things that he talked about, and this here is for people, for spiritual people, for those, especially those of you who are in the ministry. And I'm still ordained minister, even though the gentleman who ordained me, he passed away a couple of months ago. And lovely man, BG Campbell, and love him and miss him sorely. I really do. I miss him sorely. That profile picture y'all see of me that I have, he took that picture of me. He took that picture of me years ago. That profile picture you have of me with my little tan jacket, blue shirt on, I think, and all of that. He took that picture of me. I asked him, I said, hey, I need a profile picture. Can you do it for me? And I gave him the camera. He took that picture of me. So I hold on to that. I've always held on to that. That's the profile picture. So yeah, no, I don't look like that now. But that's why I use that profile picture, because every time I see it, I know the man who sold into my life, and he was very instrumental, not only in my life, but in the life of me and my family, my wife and my kids, at a critical time in our life when we was trying to get things together and realizing that we had to break away from some people that was toxic in our life, that wasn't supportive of us, that didn't believe in us. So he was very, very, very instrumental in me and my wife's life and everything. So I appreciate him. Plus, his wife was instrumental in my wife's life because she was the one who taught her cosmetology in high school. And they've been there for us. You know, she's passed away and then he passed away. So they were very instrumental in our life, you know. So I'm sitting here, and as ET was talking today about going out here, and when you're a person of faith, you could always do stuff for free. That's in you. And that's why y'all notice when I first came on, I was doing everything for free, everything for free, everything. I had no desire, no aspirations to do anything for any money. I was just like, because when you are a minister, when you are a person who wants to help people, you look out and you see where people are hurting, and you're like, okay, you got to get a band-aid on it. You got to get a band-aid. And I saw y'all bleeding. I saw the notaries out here bleeding and bleeding from a lack of knowledge. And I'm like, okay, I get what the other people are doing, but there's these people that really need something. They need this and they're not getting it. So I'm like, okay, well, can I help? Do I have any band-aids to help y'all to stop bleeding? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead on and do what I can. And I'm gonna just help y'all to the best of my ability. So I just got out here and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna just be out here for a few months, share some stuff, encourage some people, and then bam, y'all to be off to the races. A year later, it's still a lot of work to be done. It's still a lot of people who need to be helped. It's still a lot of people who don't fully understand things within this business. And I said, okay, cool. And everything that ET talked about today in the last 20 minutes of the broadcast is what I've experienced years ago. For as, okay, if you're going to do business, there's a time where you operate as a minister, and then there's a time where you operate as a business person. And for a lot of times, I was operating as a minister, and nobody wanted to compensate me. And not that I was looking for it, but it was just like, you know, okay, but why am I not moving forward? Why is my family not? And the same thing in what he's sharing that the father told him, told me, you got to conduct business. There's a time where you got to go out there and conduct business. You don't always have to tell everybody, yeah, I'm this preacher, I'm that preacher, I'm this minister, you know, praise God, bless God, you know. And I know a lot of people might not like this, and I'm not trying to be religious here, but I'm just talking about my experience. And when I went out and started learning how to just conduct business, okay, the person is saying, hey, I want you for this. Instead of worrying about trying to preach to them, just live the life, just live a high quality life and conduct business. That's why I said the other day, if you're trying to do business, people always talk about marketing, and in our business, a lot of people, that's the first thing. Gotta hit the client on that. The first thing they want to do is tell us, market yourself, but you're not in a position to do the business when it's time for you to do the business. If you can't do the business when they call on you, then what's the point of you marketing yourself? You get what I'm saying? The people who do TV commercials, all of them are ready to do business. Understand now why and so many gravitate to you. You are so genuine. Thank you. So thank you very much. Notary, now HR Virginia, Hampton Roads, Virginia. I know you meant to say so genuine. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I learned when I started getting into the mindset of let me just conduct business. These folk don't care about my belief system or any of that. They want to know, can I do business? And when I started operating from the standpoint of doing business, bam. And see, a lot of people just tether on. We're so used to just putting up the front like we're doing stuff. So at the job, why people at work, 80% of people at work, they do enough to make it look like they are actually working. And the boss comes in, looks, yep, we working, and you ain't getting nothing done. And you're like, why they ain't doing that? How can they get? Because they know how to play the game. But the thing is, if you actually asked them or told them they had to go do this thing for real, they couldn't do it. That's why it's so important for you to be careful about just tagging along with certain people out there in your business, in your industry, the industry that you're in with business, because you can tag along and they can pull you along and all this, that, and the other, and you seem successful. But then when time breaks away and you're no longer kicking it with them, or they move on to something else, the question is, can you still be successful? Will you be successful? Because you don't know, you haven't learned. And that's one of the things, if y'all know anything about me, people, I need y'all to learn how to run your business. If you don't learn how to run your business, then, and y'all know, as always, I got orders be popping in here. Boom. All right, got to accept that. These are house inspections. Boom. All right. So you got to be ready and able. That's why right now, I'm going to tell you now, many of you follow me and I do appreciate that. But at the same time, many of you really don't look at the videos. You're not looking at the videos because the answers that you're seeking is in the videos that I've been producing and putting out. And I've had people call me and they seen one or two videos and it's like, okay, yeah, I like Griff. You know, he's genuine. You know, he's cool. Yeah, I like him. And yes, I'm open. I'm willing to talk and all of that. But then when I start asking the question, or I start hearing the question, and I'm like, well, I just put a video out about that the other day. Did you look at it? Well, no, I ain't look at it. Okay, so you're just trying to get an answer, just something snippet, just to get you from today till tomorrow. But then when tomorrow comes, you still don't know what you need to know to move you from tomorrow to the next day. So when are you going to get to a point that you learn what you need to know today that can take you 3 days forward, at least 4 or 5 days forward? When are you going to get to that point? If you don't get to that point to where what you learn today can carry you through the rest of the week. Today is what? Wednesday. What you learn and do today for being a notary should carry you to at least next week. And if you don't know enough right now that can carry you into next week, then you need to get on the ball. It's that simple. And a lot of people, and I'm like, and I finally found the demographics or the specs, and I got to give a shout out to Texas. I think for the last year, Texas has been the #1 state that's been watching my videos. Texas, Florida, California, Arizona, and then or Virginia, and then Arizona. So, you know, yeah, Texas, Florida, California, Virginia, and then Arizona. Been the top 5 states, been watching my videos pretty much for the last year. And then when I look at it now, the people in Virginia has the most watch time. But then I look at some of the other states, I'm like, and I'm looking at where I'm getting phone calls from. I'm getting phone calls from the states that got very little watch time. So I'm like, y'all not really watching the videos, but you're calling, trying to get an answer. But I'm like, but then the people, I very rarely get phone calls from the folk in Texas. So that tells me the Texas folk, the Texas, Florida, California, I don't get a whole lot of calls from them, but they're watching the videos. But when I look at the other states, those are the ones I'm getting phone calls from. And I'm not saying don't call me, but what I'm saying is look at the videos for your own learning, because that's the whole point of YouTube and Instagram and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to put the educational stuff out on the gram rather than worrying about selling things, you know. So back to, you know, as somebody of with faith or whatever your personality may be, you may have a personality of, I just want to give and help people out. At some point in time, you got to learn how to do business. So what is the business that you need to know how to do? And then you go and execute that. And then that will bring you the revenue in. And that's what he was talking about today. And when he was saying that, I was like, man, I wish people could have received this and heard this years ago. And maybe I could have said it, but I didn't understand how to communicate this kind of stuff. I really wasn't in, but mainly I was stuck on that W-2. So my mind wasn't even in this realm that I'm in. And that's why for some of you, when you get out of that W-2, oh my goodness, the doors are going to open for you and you're going to be like, yo, yeah, this is really, really it. Let me go back over here and look at some of the comments. My bad, y'all. My bad. So it said Uncle Griff is busting wide open here. Extra inventory. I believe I'm good for 3 to 6 months. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, TXB, for you? Yeah. And then it says, it's a lot of going on in real estate in Texas and folks here move. Yeah. People moving in Texas. My husband goes to sleep listening to me. Oh, come on now. He actually listens. That's touching. I like that. He's not playing my- well, look, tell your husband if you ever want to chit chat, I'd be more than happy to talk to him. And I've always said this, young ladies, especially those of you who married, I know you're trying to do this business, and sometimes we as men don't fully understand how to properly support our ladies, our wives, our lovely women. Have them give me a call. I'll be more than happy to talk to them. Every now and then I do a meeting with the fellas, and I will be more than happy to talk. And if there's a case where the husband and wife wants to sit down and talk to me and my wife, we are more than willing to do that. Okay, that's that thing. So let me unplug this because that's powered up. So yeah, let me see this. Yeah. California. So yeah, if y'all got anything going on for let me do this real quick because I'm just sort of psyched. I'm gonna post in the thing on Facebook. I keep saying Facebook on Instagram. That was YouTube, the link if somebody wants to hop on and has a comment or anything, and all of that. So Mr. Griffith, I posted a comment. Can you say which video it is you did that talks about toxic people? Shoot. Oh man, which video was that? It was just a couple of it was just the other day, like 2 days ago. Might have been Monday. Today's Wednesday. It might have been on Monday. It might have been on Monday that I talked about that. I'm looking here. Okay, that's UPS of Amazon. Um I know I was talking about it. Yeah, I think it says get ready for 2022. So the video that says get ready for 2022, that's the one. So if anybody want to hop on also on Instagram, got any questions or anything, feel free. Um, you said that's all my videos. Yeah, all my yeah, because I'm telling y'all, I've learned some things in life that if you're trying to go to the next level, you really got to clear out things. Like I take my youngest son for example. He's growing. What kind of tree you growing, son? He's growing a bonsai tree. So every now and then he has to reshift the dirt and take out the old dirt and put some fresh dirt in there. And he has to trim the roots and all of that in order for it to grow. And I've been watching, I think he's been growing this thing for over 2 years now. And this thing has grown. It's just beautiful, and every day when I come downstairs, I see him, he's doing his care to it. He makes sure he gets the right information from the right people, all of that. And that's what we have to do you know being all excited about this business is one thing, but is their excitement layered and has the foundation of right and accurate information? If it is not right and accurate information, then you being excited and you saying everybody can make $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 means nothing if the foundation in which you're telling us to do it is iffy. Right now, like ET said, the only people who learned to build something on sand is the people over there in Dubai. Everywhere else, you need some concrete. And with this business, you need some solid foundation. And a lot of people aren't giving us solid foundation. They're giving us emotions. They're giving us, hey, if you do this, you can, if you act like me, you can, if you do, I need to know the truth of what I'm doing so that I can be successful at it for the long haul. There's nothing wrong with kicking it with people. There's nothing wrong with listening to folk. But sometimes what they're telling us to do doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for us. And you got to realize that. And when you realize that, then you can move into the right realm. And then you can see prosperity to the level that you want to see prosperity in your life. But you can't see that if, and hold on one sec. And there's some butter in there just for the stuffing. Yeah, in the pull-out drawer. Um, yeah, there's a bag out there. It's a big, it's a small bag that has nothing, a little bit, but there's a other bag. Yeah, yeah. And that chicken, you got to make sure it cooks all the way through. Sorry about that. Oh, pops up. Okay, okay. Yeah, son fixing my dad some food. You're right, Samantha. Pipe dreams. Pipe dreams. For me, I won't say I feel vindicated. I just know that when I came out here and I saw y'all bleeding because y'all had a lack of knowledge, I was like, somebody got to help. Somebody got to do. And I didn't see people doing. I mean, well, to me, my mentor Bill Soroka, he's doing it with his meetings that he has on Tuesday. But there's so many other people who are just putting out vile information, and then we get so desperate that we just run after any and everything, and it goes right into, like Samantha is saying, pipe dreams. You know, you want this to work so bad that you're willing to sacrifice your whole integrity in order to make it happen, and that's not the way life should be. That is not the way you would even raise your children, but then we as adults are living that way, and that's wrong. And then you have people out here who are willing to let us live that way. They're really willing to let us live that way. And just half of that. Yeah, just cut that in half. Yeah. So any questions? Any questions? Because y'all know I can just be going, going, going. So is there any questions? Anybody got any questions, any concern? Yeah. So is there any question? Because now I know y'all have questions. Now, in order for you to really move into the realm of true success, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you got to get good at what you're doing. And that's the whole thing that I've been trying to encourage y'all to do. Get good at being a notary. But you can't get good at being a notary if you're just sitting on the sidelines worrying about the money. If you're worried about the money, you're never going to move forward because you're never doing the work. You see what I'm saying? You're never going to move forward if you're sitting there just worried about the money. Get your skills together and then move forward and everything. So that's why so many of you are hurting right now. That is truly why many of you are hurting financially, and you think that this business doesn't work, but it actually does. It actually does work because the persons who are doing it are focused on doing it, and they're not focused on trying to have bragging rights. So when you look at yourself, let me see what this comment says. Yes, I had someone waiting to do the business because they see me doing it, but they weren't educating us. Right. They're not educating themselves about it. And I get so many people calling me, 44 in the chat, hit the like button. Yeah. Oh, nobody hitting the like button? What's going on with that, y'all? Y'all ain't hitting the like button. Y'all must don't like me. Y'all don't like Griff? Come on now. Y'all know Griff love y'all. Y'all know Griff love y'all. Go ahead and hit this thing and share it out to everybody. The general notary work, it is starting to, I guess, it's steady. I won't say pick up for me, but it's steady. What has been happening, I've been getting a lot more hospital calls. And today, and yes, a couple of days ago, I had to go to the hospital. Last week, I went to the hospital. So I've gone to the hospital to do signings a couple of times. And you just got to find a way to meet people where they're at. So let me see here. Regarding mentors, let's see this question here. Regarding mentors, do you suggest you get a mentor locally or someone that fits your spirit? If you understand that, please advise. Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying. The thing, and I said this a while back, and there's a video that I have out there about mentors. Let me see if I can find that. I have a video, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, Understanding Mentorship I did back in March of this year. So it's called Understanding Mentorship. And with that video on here on YouTube, I'll put the link in there. I can't do it on Instagram. But that video that I just put in there, that one's called Understanding Mentorship. You got to understand what a mentor is supposed to do. And I go over in as detailed as I can the different types of mentorship and the different things. So, and I got different, and then please look at in the description. And down there at the bottom, I couldn't color it, but it says basically mentor, MENTOR, stands for manage relationships, the M, E for encourage, N for nurture, T for teach, O for offer mutual respect, and R responds to the learner's needs. Now, doing that for y'all, okay? I'm trying to do that for y'all. But the question is, you watched it. Okay, yeah. So the question is, how is that relationship between you and that mentor being managed? Are they encouraging you? Are they nurturing you? Are they teaching you? Are they offering mutual respect? And do they respond to the learner's needs? And that's the most, to me, the most important, because as I've said over and over again, a lot of the people out here who are sharing stuff, they're just regurgitating what's in them, but they don't know how to teach and educate, and they don't know how to recognize when you don't recognize what the heck's being said and going on. So they don't know how to lead you to where you need to get to, which is learning or comprehension of the information. Samantha says, don't get a mentor until you read as much as you can and access all the resources, access all the resources on your own. Yeah, that is one of the things. A lot of people are literally like, as soon as they get into this business, they're like, hey, calling me up. I know Samantha gets the phone calls too. Hey, you mentor, right? I want to be your mentee. I want you to teach me. And I'm like, okay, well, if you look at the videos on my channel, oh yeah, your video is long. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know they're long, but guess what? You got a lot of space in your head that you can fill it up with that information. Okay. Because there's a lot that you don't know, and that information is changing. And I tell people all the time, when we talk on the phone, which is nothing wrong with that, you cannot go back 2 or 3 days later and ask me to replay or repeat what I said at the 15-minute and 36-second mark of our conversation. That ain't happening. But if I teach the stuff, and that's why I try to stay consistent, where I am staying consistent on what I say. So what I say on the phone is what I would have said. Well, what I'm saying in the video is what I would say on the phone. So if I'm being consistent and not changing my message, then you listen to the video, you're going to hear the same thing. So if you hear the same thing, then it's like, okay, well, all I got to do is replay it over and over and over again. So it says here, many people wasn't the mentor to tell you everything. You got to come with the basics. That's true. That shows effort on your part. Don't bring your mentor an empty vessel. That is correct. That is correct. And I've said the story where when I was first learning IT stuff and web development, and I was learning some new programming languages, there was a group of guys that could help me out. But when I went to them, I learned real quick, when I go to them, I have to come with something. So if I needed to learn a particular language, computer language or programming language, I had to at least done some research. So when the first time I went to them, I'm like, hey man, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know nothing. And they just looked at me like, well, go figure it out. And I was like, huh? That's, I thought y'all wanted. They said, no, man. Look, we ain't gonna teach you everything you need to know. You need to go learn as much as you can and then come back to us and we'll help you fill in the gaps. So I went and started learning on my own, looking at videos, all of that kind of stuff. My man Caprentice, what's going on with you out there in California? So when I started coming to them saying, okay, one of the guys was named Tim, and main guy, Mike. Mike was the main guy I talked to, but Tim and Mike were the main two guys I talked to. I would say, Mike or Tim, I said, okay, here's where I'm at. So far I've accomplished this, and I got to a point of this, but I'm having a hard time understanding how to move from this point to that point in the programming language. I said, when you get time, just let me, take a look at it. Let me know what I'm missing. And then they would go and look at it and come back and say, okay, Griff, now the direction you're going is good, but it's a little bit long-winded type of programming. If you was to break it down like this, then you'll be able to get to where you need to be. But here's the way, but based off of what you're doing, if you do this, it'll get you there, but you need to rewrite it in a shorter form like this, and it'll be more efficient. Bam, I said, got it. So that's how I learned. And then when I got with another guy who came in, he was like, man, I just want to work with you. Because at that point I had gained some knowledge, and then I was coming in there with the right mindset. And he was like, and they called him the Spider-Man because he had spider tattoos all over himself. And he was like, Yeah, and he always wore black and gothic looking. And me and him would sit there and just program all day long. So I learned even more. But it started by me at least coming there with something. I didn't come there so empty. People have to realize that they are wasting people's time. Yeah, you are truly wasting people's time. That's why I tell people, if you really need help from me, the first thing you got to do is get the Notary Essentials. Take Notary Essentials, learn that information, and that's going to be the foundation. Do the Notary Essentials, because then you will know something more than nothing about how to properly notarize. Okay. And yeah, you got to make sure that chicken cooks all the way through because it's raw and everything. So I'm sitting here like, y'all can do this, but you got to stop being lazy, because let's just be real. A lot of people, they're a lot of us are being lazy. We already overwhelmed with life, overwhelmed with all of the other stuff that we got going on. And then we get into this notary business, and you mean I got to learn something else? I thought all I had to do was just market myself and just start getting paychecks. And it ain't like that. You got to go out here and know what you're doing. If y'all look at least my last 4 or 5 videos, I've talked to y'all about some of the issues that I've ran into. Um, and you can go back and review all of it. Yeah, and you can go back and review all of the notary essential stuff. So I've ran into situations even recently where a person was completely blind, and the husband wanted to sign, and he wanted to sign because he has a power of attorney, but he couldn't find a power of attorney, and he had been signing for his wife with the power of attorney, which is legal. But the problem is he never told the title company or the lender that he has a power of attorney, and probably because he didn't have it, so he didn't say anything. And I was like, well, sir, you can't sign on her behalf because they don't know. I didn't know. And the verbiage is not on here. And I showed him what the verbiage needs to look like. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that. And I was like, yeah, so we can't have her sign. You can't sign. She can't sign because you got to physically like pick her hand up and place it where and I called it in and in. They were like, no, that's a no. So you got to know your notarial law. That's what I'm saying. People have called me because they've gotten in trouble because of notarial laws, not because of the way they presented the documents. I've had people over this last year contact me because they're doing a signing, and the signer didn't have, there was a non-borrowing spouse, and they did not have valid ID. They had no ID, lost it or couldn't find it or whatever the case may be. You can't let them sign the documents. You can't. And me and them talked about it. Like, I know you may want it to get done, but you can't let them sign the documents because you don't have valid ID according to your state requirements. What does your state say? Your state says you need to have this, and do you have that? If that, you check that for me, big man. You know, hold on. So he must be in the garage. Y'all hold a second. I think I need to sign for this. Hold on one second. Oh, all right. I'm glad I did answer that. That was the power people. They was getting ready to cut the power and put a new meter out there. And they said the power get cut for 30 seconds. And I ain't about to have that right now. No, not while I'm with the party people. So it says here, excellent. Someone wanted me to mentor them, but I would not fill out the application. But would not fill out the application. Yeah, see that's weird. I had a company get upset with me because I wouldn't do a signing when a man could not locate his ID. Correct. And see, this is the whole heart of it. We're there, and Samantha can tell y'all, we're there to prevent fraud. And when we do things that would cause fraud to happen, you see what I'm saying? We have a responsibility. And that's part of the reason why I love this business so much, is because we have a responsibility to do something. What responsibility do you have just driving around, dropping people off, picking them up, food and all? Well, picking the people up might be a little bit more because you don't want the drunk people driving. But the food, I mean, that's cool. But this is something that we do for the state. And to me, it's prestigious, and you don't want to mess that up and everything. So do anybody got any questions? Because I know y'all got questions because y'all keep calling me and texting me. Not that I'm saying don't, but I know y'all got questions and everything. Trying to see whether, I'm not gonna mess with that one and everything. So let me see what else other questions we got in here. Yeah, my donuts. I got to get back to my donuts and everything. And I told you I done picked up some weight, man, because of that daggone eggnog. And I got the eggnog in the. Yeah, this is the hardest time of the year for me because me and that eggnog we be going at it. Me and that eggnog be truly, truly going at it and everything. But I do want to encourage y'all to simply take time out, look at the videos on the site. I'm thinking about redoing or making a video where, because for people who are new to the site, when they come to the channel, they'll see that, encouraging them to do so. When y'all have friends and people, encourage them to look at the videos. I'm telling y'all, just take the time out and allow yourself to learn, because we look at so much other stuff out here that it's not helping us. It's really not helping us. So I put my number in here, 757-797-5432. That's my number to text me if somebody want to text me. But if you want to hop on the live stream, I just put the link there. Y'all know how to do it over here. My man Matherin. Look, I need everybody, Matherin Notary, on IG and on Facebook. I mean, on Facebook and on YouTube. Y'all got to follow my man. He's up and coming. And he's doing it. I'm telling you, when it comes to general notary work, that is the man that he has that down pat. Okay. Not that he doesn't have the loan closing down pat, but he really does have that, the general notary together. And this man is working full time, family, got other ventures, raising his kids, homeschooling, all of that. So he's doing an excellent job. That's why I love this guy so much, because he reminds me of myself going out here doing this stuff. What this is says, oh, you just got the inverter back. Okay, now I'm glad you said that, Caprinas. Here's something that y'all need to realize about the Wi-Fi the setup for your the mobile printer. Do not try to print Wi-Fi. Do not try to print Wi-Fi. Take the cord. Take the cord and plug it into the back of your printer and print that way. Stop trying to print through your vehicle's Wi-Fi or through the phone Wi-Fi. Use the cord. Use the cord and you will be just fine. That's one of the problems that a lot of people are having. They're trying to print wirelessly, and none of the videos I ever said I was doing it wirelessly. I've always talked about I use the cord. Okay. Even with the scanner, I have the cord for the scanner and the printer. I scan. That way it's going directly to the printer and all of that. When's the next Zoom? What am I Zooming about? What am I going to Zoom about? Now, if you I've been doing videos over there for the members. So I've been doing videos over there for them. But what you need me to zoom about and everything. And yeah, Matthew, I'm telling you, Ishmael, that man, he knows his stuff. So if any of y'all are interested in trying to understand general notary work, setting up your Google business page, all of that, he can help out with that. Also, LaShawn Jenkins can help out with that. If you are a notary down in Georgia, you need to connect with Samantha Smith with the GAN, the GANN, the Georgia Notary Network, so you can get support and understand how to do this thing correctly in Virginia, in Georgia. I'm talking about Virginia. And then it says here, so once you go through, they will let you know whether or not you get the Amazon business account. Say I went through set account, text, and the email that the business accounts will set up. Double check your spam, but then check your spam to see if they got the net 30 and everything. If you went through the process that I showed in the video, you should get the email letting you know. They may have to do it because I don't know if you're doing it as a sole proprietor or LLC. And I don't know if doing it as an LLC, I mean, a sole proprietor takes longer. But yeah, the video that I put up should okay, that's Jackie from Illinois. Yeah, yeah, it shouldn't take too long, but I don't know what their duration is and all of that and everything. What's going on, Ashley? So, or do you have? I don't. Well, it's in the car. Well, no, the Wi-Fi that I use is just to get the documents down. So Sprint has a thing called Sprint Connect. It's a little device, and um, trying to see if I can. I don't know if I can get a picture of it. I'm trying. Or is it Sprint Drive? It's either called Sprint Connect or Sprint Drive. It might be Sprint Drive. Yep, it's Sprint Drive. My bad. So this is what I have in my car. I don't. That was I got it with with Sprint, and I know it still works with T-Mobile. So I have that. This little yellow device, and it fits in your OBD2 sensor, and it gives you Wi-Fi. And that's how I get the Wi-Fi for downloading stuff off the internet. But I do not use the Wi-Fi to try to actually print. All I do is, do you connect the cord to your phone? And I print for my computer. I don't print for my phone because sometimes you can't, depending on the phone you have, you might not be able to print letter and legal. So I print strictly from a laptop. I have a laptop and I pull that bad boy out, plug it up, connect to the Wi-Fi with the Sprint Drive device or my cell phone, download the doc, and then I connect that cord into my printer and print. I mean, into my laptop and then print. So I print just like I would do here at the house. I print that way. So I don't do the printing from my phone because sometimes it can be a little spotty to get letter and legal. Now, if it's all letter, it should work fine, but it may not. And I really haven't taken time out to try to print from my phone, but they suggest that we don't and everything. So that's how I do it with the Wi-Fi and everything. So let me see here. Right. Indiana notaries can connect with Nakia and Lori in Clubhouse, Notary Cousins. They're good to go. Excellent people. Y'all be careful, ladies, on Clubhouse. I've been hearing stories about folk calling you up, talking about bow chicka wow wow and all that kind of stuff, trying to hook up with y'all. So just be careful. Just be careful out there on Clubhouse. Yeah, you can call customer service and everything, and all of that. So And depending, it all depends on your when they check, because I already do a lot of business. So they may need you, they may so one person is saying they got things set up, but was told that they had to do 4 to 6 months of ordering for Amazon to get the net 30. And see, I've already was doing that anyway under Griffin Notary, so I was already doing that through my other account, plus other things that I do. So I already had that going on. So plus I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years. So if you're a brand new business, they may want to wait to see and all of that. But I have received confirmation from other people that saying that they've gotten the 30-day $1,000 30 days and stuff and everything. Yeah, a lot of people may not use Amazon, but I'm telling you that Amazon, as I say over and over again, it saved me and my family's life, because by having it, we was able to order things that we didn't have because I was going through a bankruptcy. And I am thoroughly pleased with it. It's helped my business out tremendously and everything. So, but the bottom line, just to wrap up here, I really want y'all to take the time out and listen to Eric Thomas on Instagram. Go back and look at his last 3 videos that he did when he got up at 3 a.m, because the information that he was sharing, it really blessed me. It really did. It really blessed me, because it just gave me confirmation that not that what I'm doing is correct, but but me stepping out on faith to do what I'm doing was correct. Okay. I already knew the information I was sharing was correct, but in order for y'all to get this, I had to step out there and do it. And it was scary. It was scary. It was like, nobody else is talking like this. I made certain predictions. Even now, I just made a prediction about what's going to happen in the next 5 months. As of, I think, last month, halfway through last month, the next 5 months are crucial. So I'm like, okay, I'm making these predictions, and I'm hoping that my predictions don't come to pass. Just like I talked about the prediction of they're going to make things harder for notaries, and they have. But it was sort of obvious to see that was going to happen, because so many people are doing crazy things out there that are not in line. Hold on, let me check my calendar. Order just came in. I'm trying to see, can I do this on noon Friday? Why do I feel like I got something else that I'm supposed to be doing on noon Friday or around 1 o'clock on Friday? I got that. Maybe I don't. So I'm going to just say yes. I'll figure it out. Oh, it's already been filled. Sometimes even I don't get them. You did that hesitation, that small hesitation cost me the order. Already been filled. So that was on SnapDocs. So yeah, first day, Eric Thomas was absolutely amazing too. I recommend. Yeah, everybody needs to get onto it. And like I said, it's not confirmation that what I'm saying is correct. It's confirmation that me stepping out to do it was the right thing for me to do. And I'm a risk taker. I've had to learn to mitigate my risk. My wife's like, you taking too many risks. So, and that has gotten us into some financial tight spots. So I've learned over the years to be mindful of that. And that's also why when I got on YouTube, I didn't just immediately monetize. Oh, did he check to see if he got barbecue sauce up there? He should have some little packets. That's why I didn't just immediately go and monetize. And even now, there's different things that I can do. That's why I didn't just hop out there with affiliate links, but now I can do the Amazon influencer page. That's what's in the description. So we've got the influencer page where if there's things that I like and products that I use, I can share that with y'all and everything. So I'm trying to find ways to do things, but I want to do it correctly so that it doesn't blow up in my face. See, I've had problems where I've jumped out there and I didn't have all the information and it blew up in my face. And for many people, it's like, Griff, you need to do this and you need to do that. And I'm like, okay, but I got to be careful. And maybe you don't have the scenario that I have. I can't, it's just too much riding on me. And I can't just hop out here and do everything because everybody says so. And that's one of the other issues. And I'm going to say this, and we probably bounce out of here. And I think everybody knows this. It's just too many people telling notaries what they need to do without the notary actually being able getting good at what they're supposed to do. Yeah, da, 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 da. And we got another question here from a new person. But so a lot of people are being told to do things. No sooner than they hop into business, you're being told, now being a apostille, now go get government contracts for notaries, now go get this and do immigration and do fingerprinting and all. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. It really isn't. But when you look at the individuals who do those different things, they're balancing their life out because a lot of them aren't doing as many loan closings. Some of them are doing that more so, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to get good at the loan closings, you know, when are you going to get good at it? And a lot of them who are switched over to doing other things, they've nailed down doing loan closings. But have you? So it says, I'm a new person, I'm a newbie. When we get orders from the signing company, do they send you what type of signing it will be? Yes, they will tell you what type of signing it will be. And in my opinion, it probably, for the most part, really doesn't matter, because what are you there to do? To notarize documents. And those same notarial statements that's going to be on the reverse, refi, seller, or anything else is going to be on those documents. So it's nothing wrong with knowing what type it is, but you can't let that stop you. And there are a lot of people who have allowed that to stop them from taking orders because, well, I don't know what this kind of order is. Okay, of course you don't know. You're just starting. But the way to find out is go take it. If you take the order, you'll find out what the order is. Well, I don't want to take something that I don't know if I can handle it. Well, what is there for you to handle in doing this here job, in this business? The only thing for you to handle is what? Properly notarizing the documents. But if you don't know how to properly notarize the documents, then you're going to struggle. I sort of like this going back and forth between. And for those of y'all just getting in, if y'all see me looking this way, looking that way, to this shoulder is, well, depends. I got Instagram and YouTube going at the same time. And I guess the microphone stuff is working well, because I haven't heard anybody say there's any feedback issues and all of that. So everybody's hearing me fine on each one. So yeah, so it doesn't, I mean, I don't know if people, it's so many people that's asking that question. Well, how do I know what sign, what type it is? I guess for me, it's like, does it really matter? Does it really matter what type of signing it is if you know what you're doing? That's like a sports team. What difference does it make who you playing if you know what you're supposed to do and you've been practicing and training properly? So what? Okay, so you going up against Tom Brady or LeBron James or whoever. You're going up against Venus and Serena. If you've done your part in studying and learning how to do your craft, you now have a chance to win against the greatest of all time in any of those sports. Like one of my favorite female boxer, Clarissa. That woman is awesome. I wish I could get her on here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish I could get her on here to talk to you ladies, because she got 2 gold medals and she is just tearing it up now in the MMA. She is tearing it up. T-Rex is the bomb. So if you know what you're doing and you've put the time in to study and to I got 2 monitors. Yeah, I got 2 monitors along with 2 cell phones. So I'm doing the cell phone doing the Instagram, and then the laptop is doing the StreamYard and everything. And then I'm also watching myself on YouTube on the other monitor, keeping tabs on that and everything. So you can do this business if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then you can't do it. And that's really what has happened. That's what I've learned over this last year, that a lot of notaries are struggling about what to do because they never took time out to learn what to do. If you don't know what to do, then Clarissa, that is an awesome boxer and everything. So if you haven't taken time out to learn what to do, you're always going to be nervous. You're always going to be scared. You're always going to be unsure about yourself. Why? Because you didn't take the time out when it was downtime. Like the word says, the ant during the summertime, they were sitting up there getting everything together, building it, building their nest eggs and this, that, and the other. And then when the wintertime came, they was good to go. Right now, the chipmunks and the squirrels and all of that gathering nuts and everything for the wintertime. What are you doing? What are you gathering? What's going on, Kim and Yanni? That's my ladies there. So what are you doing to build yourself up? So during the lean time of notary stuff, you got to get out there and educate yourself. I mean, right now it's been slow. I'm looking at my calendar. So for this week here, the first week of, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 this week, up 7. 7. I had 1 this morning. So for December 1st, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So between today and tomorrow, 7. All together for this week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14. So for this whole week, 14, which is below my norm that I would like is 18, and I'm booked for a couple next week already. 1. Nope, I'm not a couple, just 1. Just 1 for next week. So right now I'm sitting at 8 for the month, and what I try to do is like $4,000 for the first 15 days of the month. So that's my goal. And that's one of the things that's missing in a lot of y'all, a lot of your business goals. So it goes on and says here, when I first came across this business, I studied, watched YouTube and found training that I like and took. It seemed like no one wants to do their due diligence to learn. And then that's the way it's supposed to be. People are coming into this business looking to make top dollar on one day. Yeah, so everybody just coming in and you're lying to yourself. You done made yourself believe that you're supposed to be at the pinnacle. And when I sit back and I look at, that's why I resonate so much with Eric Thomas, because he did the hard work, just like I'm doing the hard work. And so many other men and women out here are doing the hard work of building who they are, establishing themselves, getting the foundation. And then when the time comes for them to be released, boom. So that's why I say a lot of people don't realize, and I have to keep saying it over and over again, I was training notaries a full year before I ever came on to YouTube. And I was doing it more face-to-face with local notaries here. I was helping other notaries out already. So what you see me doing is normal for me. It's easy. Like Eric Thomas says, it's easy. This is easy. People talking about, man, how you just hop on YouTube, got 2 things going on at the same time, this, that, and the other. It's easy for me. I like talking. I like sharing. I like educating. I like helping people. I like answering people's questions. I like hearing people. I like being around people. The worst thing is to have a mentor or a trainer who don't like people. The worst thing to have is a mentor or a trainer who doesn't like people. The worst thing to have is a mentor or a trainer who doesn't like people. If they don't like being around you, all they care about is your money, that is not who you need in your life. I'm going back to watch all. Yeah, please go back, look at the videos, start off at the Notary Basic playlist, look at the other ones, look at the lives. And again, I know things are long and I'm working toward making them shorter. That's why last night I did the quick overview of how to set up your business account with Amazon. Now, the one I did for the members was a 40-minute one, but that one that I did for everybody else was like 15 or 16 minutes or something like that and everything. So I'm working on getting better at being more concise and to the point, and all of that. So I think that's it. But again, to recap, take time out, look at Eric Thomas. And I'm sharing this because I already know that what he is saying is going to help you. Okay. What he is saying in his 3 o'clock morning get-togethers on Instagram is truly going to help you. The main point of what he was talking about today is that he has to get people, he wants to take you to vision, but you got to deal with people where they're at. And a lot of people are stuck on what they see. And I'm telling you that what you see can interfere with your vision. Because right now things are slow with the notary business for the last 2 months for me. But it hasn't interfered with my vision. It hasn't interfered with my goals. You see what I'm saying? It hasn't at all. So just because things are slow doesn't mean I'm still not going to make my $6,000 a month goal. That's where I need to be at. That's what I plan on doing. And that's what I've been hitting. So I'm still going to make my goal, irregardless of what's going on out there. Now, do I need to make some adjustments? And I have made certain adjustments, like I've been doing some on the weekends a little more, a little bit later in the evenings than I normally like to. But if the industry is starting to shift to where I'm seeing more signings at this time than a certain time, I got to adjust with it. But if you're stuck on, no, I can only do signings from this time to that time, when you legitimately can do signings during those other times, then you can't be complaining and getting upset that you're not making the money that you need to make. You see what I'm saying? So what you see can drastically affect your vision. It can really mess up your vision. And when you look at us as notaries, we constantly are being told and being shown the $10,000, the $5,000, the $20,000 notary people out there. And that's all you see, but none of them are talking about vision. The notary trainer's not talking about vision, nor are the people in there talking about vision. None of them. All they're telling you is, look at what you can make. Look at what you can make. You can buy this. You can do that. All of this stuff. And the reason why they're not talking about vision, because vision doesn't sell. What people see is what they sell you what they want you to see. And vision, oh, that's the mailman. Vision doesn't sell. How do you sell vision? Because it's your vision. But I can sell you stuff. I can sell you things to look at. So it's very important that, yeah, you see things that can inspire you and motivate you, but you got to get a vision for where you really want to be. And if you can't get a vision for where you really want to be, then you're always going to be where you currently are at. If you can't get a vision for where you want to be, you're going to always be where you currently are at. If you cannot get a vision for where you want to be, you will always be where you currently are at. That is just the truth of the matter. That is the truth of the matter. So all of this stuff that people are pushing out there, see what I'm doing, see what I'm doing. I got this item, I got that item. I'm popping this clothes, this trip, this vacation, this car. Okay, that's nice. But what's your vision? Where are you going to be at a year from now? Where are you going to be at 10 years from now? Where are you going to be at tomorrow? What are you doing to set a course on a vision that can take you to the next level? And many people are not. They're just worried about the Instagram, all that kind of stuff. That's all they worried about doing. It just pop locking and all of that. That's all they doing. And it's like, okay, that's cool. But is that your vision? Is that really your vision for you and your business to be pop locking on Instagram and all of that stuff on YouTube? Is that really your vision? I don't think it is. But again, that's part of the reason why I have the members group, the business mindset, which is what we're working toward. And I'm going to be doing some more videos with them on setting the right business mindset. And that's another thing ET talked about, the business mindset. You got to have the right mindset. You got to change it. You got to get out of that W-2. You got to get out of that limiting mindset so you can move forward in your life and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So I'm going, that's much showing my age. Yeah. I love beatboxing, y'all. I grew up on beatboxing, the Fat Boys, all of that, everything. So I ain't gonna beatbox right here. I was about to, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't want YouTube flagging me and everything, because I think they hear music, their little algorithm hear music, and they think you doing something, stealing somebody's music and all of that. All right, people, I'm gonna bounce out of here. I gotta what time do I have tonight? I got a 7 o'clock signing later, and I got a few things I need to knock out and do before then. And yeah, I got some stuff I got to do before then. So y'all have a good one. Thanks for hopping on here with me for this last hour, 20 some minutes. Really wasn't expecting to be on that long, but y'all know how I do. And like I said, I appreciate everybody. Take time out, look at ET. You're going to be inspired. If you have the funds, get his coaching. I think it's coachingwithet.com. I think that's what it's called. Let me double check that real quick, y'all. I think that's what it's called. Yep, coachingwithet.com. Coachingwithet.com. And y'all, you're gonna love it and everything. So I think he has a special going on right now. So look at doing that because you need a coach. And I joined his complete 120 program, and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to do it. And I don't really join that kind of stuff and everything, but I respect him. I like him. And I think it's going to be something that's going to really change things for my business and for me. So I'm excited about it and everything. All right. Well, y'all have a good one. Thanks for everything, y'all. Yeah, coaching with ET, coaching WIT, coaching WITHET.com. And let me see those. Coach, I'm gonna type it in here on the ground. ET. And of course, I spelled the word with wrong. WITHET. .com. All right. There it is. Coachingwithet.com on the ground. Y'all take time out, take a look at that, and y'all going to enjoy it. All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.